Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. So, it's the 1st of December. It's the start of my Inky Countdown series. Every day, going to be doing a video. Ideally, I'm aiming for less than 10 minutes each. And in them videos, we're going to open up the Diamine Inkvent calendar. We're going to open up the Colorvent or Colorverse Colorvent calendar. We're going to open up a chocolate advent calendar. There we go. We're going to open up a gift that my wife has got for me. I don't have it here to show you. That'll come out in a bit when she fetches it through and drops it on the desk ready for me. In each of the videos, we'll take a quick look at the inks. I'll do a writing sample in here. This is 68 GSM Tomoe River paper in an endless recorder notebook. I'll do a brief writing sample on a Christmas card so we can see what it's like on cardstock. So join me now, down on the table, we'll jump on in with day number 1. Welcome down to the table for day number 1 of my Inky Countdown of 2024. So we got the calendars here. We'll start with the Inkvent calendar. Let's go and find day number 1. Oh, that one's quite easy. Here we go, day number 1. Let's get in here. I'll just use this to help get in. Now, I will be honest, I've already gone through and taken off the plastic wrappers off all of these. I try not to pay too much attention to them. So we've got nothing inside there. And day number 1. This one is Baltic Breeze, and this is a shimmer ink. So we're starting off with a shimmer. Let's pop that to one side. Now we've got to find day number 1 of the Colorvent calendar. Here we go, day number 1. Everything's going with me. Can we get number 1 up there? Yes, there it is. Day number 1. Now, unfortunately, in postage, they loosen some of these doors. I've not opened them, so I've not looked behind them. So day number 1, Supergiant. Supergiant is a colour inspired by supergiants, which are hot, bright stars. So let's get this out. Wow, there's a big difference you can see already. Not just a bottle shape, but material. This feels more like glass, whereas we've got plastic here. Supergiant, 15 millilitres. Whereas the Inkvent ones, they're only 12 millilitres. So let's pop that to one side and we'll fetch in the notepad of testing. So my notepad of testing is an endless recorder 68 GSM Tomoe River paper. I'm going to have it slightly on the side just because it makes it a bit easier. So we'll start with the Inkvent ink. So here we go. Baltic Breeze. There's that shimmer. Give this a good shake up. There we go, getting close. Looks like we've got all that shimmer now into suspension. So let's take a look at it. There's the lid off. I'm going to be using for the Inkvent inks my Serendipity dip pen. This has got a broad Yoho nib on it. So like with my normal things, I'll dip it, scribble a little bit off on some scrap paper, then we'll come on over. So we've got day 1. And this is Diamine Baltic Breeze. Do you like this colour? It's nice, like a darkish blue colour. Let's do a quick swipe. Seems to be some hints of grey in it when I swipe it. And the sentence. These pesky wizards at it again. I think it's flowing off quite nicely there. I'm also this year going to write in a card. So here's the card I'm starting with. What I'm going to do, I'm going to dip the pen again, just so we've got a nice fresh load on there. So we've got Inkvent 2024 Day 1. And it's Diamine Baltic Breeze. Be interesting to see how this dries on this cardstock. There we go. And let's do that again. Does look a lot wetter on the card, but I expect that. So let me pop this to one side and we'll take a look at the Colorvent. So here's the Colorvent, standard ink. Let me just take the cap off. So for the Colorvent inks, what I'm going to be doing is using this. Just move this over, taking the whole board with me there. Just want to move the notepad. So it's actually Kaweco dip pen. It's not the nib that came with it. I've just put a standard Kaweco double broad on here. In my testing, it's worked fine, so let's hope it works fine. Oops. As I go through this, I've just tipped a bit of ink there all over the place, dipping that pen in. So we've got day number 1. Gonna have to dip again. I might have to dip a number of times. So we've got Colorverse Supergiant. And my sentence. Just do another dip. So this isn't working out how I had hoped. So what I'll be doing in future days, I have to swap over to use that serendipity. I was just trying to avoid having to go and run and clean pens out. I'm just going to take off that big splodge there. We'll fetch back in the card. So I'll give this another quick dip. So we've got Colorvent 2024, day number 1. And this is Colorverse Supergiant. And then scribble like we did before. And do that wetness swatch. So as I say, this hasn't worked out exactly how I want, so I will use the Serenity dip pen for both going forward. You don't know these things though until you try them. Let's move this out of the way. We'll fetch in the chocolate advent calendar. So where's day number 1 on here? It's here somewhere. We're doing this because we need to give that ink time to dry properly before we look at it. So there's number 3. There we are, day number 1. So let's get in here. Just use my letter opener, it gives me a bit of leverage. Christmas treats, absolutely Christmas treats. Let's get in. And there's the little chocolate. That'll go to one side and my wife will have that, and it looks like a gingerbread man. Move this out of the way. One last thing to open. My wife's given me this massive bag. Look at this, it's massive. It won't fit on the camera. But we've got Groku on there, and going down, I'm not sure if I can get it on the camera, it's Joy to the Galaxy. Massive bags. Hopefully that means there's a massive present in here. Let's have a look what she's popped in for today. So we got day number 1. She's lovingly marked them day 1, so we know what day it is. Let's get in and have a look to see what there is. So the first thing we see from The Mandalorian, we've got Groku here with a Christmas hat on. I think these are meant as tree ornaments. I've got a number of other ones. I leave them in the boxes and I have them on display all year round. This is awesome. I do like my Star Trek characters. My Star Wars characters, should I say Star Trek? I don't know. What else have we got in here? Oh, we've got a pen. Let's take a look at this pen. Wow, that's a nice transparent pen. Body screws off. Cap must pull off, yeah. Look at the size of the nib on that one. Oh, helps if I get in camera. So this is a 2.5 stub nib. The pen is made by Duckbill. She's given me a note which is at the side which says what they are. So let's pop that back in. I will do a first impressions on that. Well, it'll be next year now. And then there's more stuff in here. Let's just get that paper out of the way. I'll go for the bottom one. So here we've got some Tomoe River paper, some loose sheets, A5 in size, 52 GSM paper. I'm guessing this is the new Tomoe River, and it's 100 sheets. That's brilliant because I'm always using paper, so that's nice to have. And with loose sheets, it's easy, isn't it? Because you can use them and then you don't have to try ripping a book to take them out. We've also got this. Now, we've got 2025 there. About the Kinbar Techo 2025. Let's just pull the whole thing out. So it looks like this is instructions for using it. I'll come back and look at them in a bit. Then we've got here Kinbar. Over on the front, we've got Kinbar as well. So that must be the manufacturer. I'm just going to open this. Oh, wow. I know what this is. This is like a daily planner. I've been looking for the past few years, actually, for something like this. What I think I'll do, I mean, this is just very quick. This will be used for my journal because it's got a day already. So I do 1 day, 1 page per day in my journal. What else is in here? There's like a month view. I can maybe use that for some kind of trackers. Then we've got, is this January, February? I could spend ages looking at that. Let's pop that to one side. I will be doing a separate video on that. We'll fetch back in those inks, see how they've dried. So with the Diamine, here we go. Where it was still wet, we've got loads of like a beautiful pink shimmer coming through. I'm hoping the camera will catch this. Let me just try different ways of showing it to try and get that to capture. But certainly to my eye, wow. But where the ink was running a bit low, I'm not actually seeing any of that shimmer. Over on the card with the Diamine, seeing a little bit here where I've done that scribble, but most of it not showing any shimmer. Oh, seeing some there in the word Inkvent. I can't spell Inkvent, Gary. Inkvent. But not a lot. With the Colorvent, yep. The red, beautiful red colour. You can see here where it was freshly dipped, so I'm getting some like feather in there, but looks quite nice. On the card, again, seems to be going down okay, no issues. Very nice. So that's day number 1. I'll be swatching these after the video, and then what I'll do is I'll fetch them out and we'll have a quick look at them on my live stream on Sunday the 8th of December. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. What are your thoughts on these? You looking forward to opening yours? Please drop any comments down below. Let's kickstart the conversation. Please hit the thumbs up button every time you like, every time you comment. Just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.